seems to fit well. I'm liking these energy dynamic things that we're talking about, but just sort of the allocation of energy in that application too. So we'll see what comes out of it. Go ahead and get into your comfortable position. This is the voice level I'll be talking at. So can I get a thumbs up while I can still see people that they can hear me well? Okay, excellent. Yeah, go ahead and get comfy. We're going to get into it. And just notice all the sensations that flooded into your awareness in the past 10 seconds. Like where you were paying attention to a story being told about someone's day, then when I asked you to get into a comfortable position, and that second after you got there, did you search for where you hurt? Did you search for new sensations? We're not saying good or bad right here. Just notice all the information that was suddenly available for your brain to sift through. And I was like, what do I want to pay attention to? It's not even that it was that clear of a choice in your mind, but as you look back and sort of stretch that time out, just those couple of seconds, you can notice a whole lot going on within the system, right? It's that allocation of energy. Where attention goes, energy flows. These are all just same ways of saying when we focus on something, it takes up energy and things happen. And we're not even saying good things or bad things. It's throw a rock and the rock gets thrown. Move some energy and energy gets moved. It's as simple as that. Without judgment, it's focus on something and other things happen because of that. And so from that sort of perspective of the least amount of judgment that we can take into this, start to stretch out the breath and smooth it out. And just like with your body, you're going to notice a whole wealth of sensation and information become available to you as you just pay attention to your breath. And it's an interesting balancing act that psychic sleep and yoga nidra teaches us. Because some of these sensations can become so pleasurable that you want to just get lost in them or drift off to sleep. But that's not what we're doing. We're enjoying them. We're stretching them out. But we're also just allowing, just noticing what's going on. And as the perception stretches, we're cruising this relaxed focus. Like I said, it's not sleep, but it's pleasurable. And it's a deeper, more focused awareness. What happens is we start to relax and focus, right? And I'm sure, because we're all human beings, or forgive me for assuming, beings, you've probably noticed noises. Let them serve as a reminder to come back to the breath. So not looking at them as distractions that pull you away, but reminders to come back in. It's like, oh, I'm aware of those noises. Interesting. Because we know as we go deeper, they start to fall away as we shift our focus into these layers and sub-layers. And a fun way to do this is to just tell yourself to listen to the sounds for a moment. And let the mind travel from one sound to the next, to the next, to the next. Not saying, oh, this is a new sound, or oh, that's the air conditioner. Don't label, just notice. Later, I'm going to ask you to bring to mind a sankalpa, which is just a short phrase of personal resolve, something that you would like to bring about in your life. And go ahead and think of one if you don't already have one. And objectively, the best ones are positive, progressive, present. I am this awesome thing. I feel this awesome way. And it can be something you're aspiring towards. Even if you can't see all of the ways that it's in your life or coming to you. And if you want, you can say your sankalpa in your head now 3 times. And let it go as you take your awareness back to find the next outgoing breath. Stretching and smoothing the breath. Listening to its sounds, both perceived and actual. Letting that go. I'm going to call to mind various parts of your body. And as I do, try to picture each as clearly and as vividly in your mind's eye as you're capable of. If you can't picture them clearly, that's perfectly okay. Simply try to feel into the body parts and visualize. Starting with the right hand thumb. Right first finger. Right middle finger. Right ring finger. Right little finger. Palm of hand. Back of hand. Wrist. forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of chest, right side of waist, right hip, right thigh, right knee, shin, ankle, heel, sole of foot, top of foot, right big toe, right second toe, right third toe, right fourth toe, right fifth toe, rather than sleeping, please be sure that you're following my instructions, as well as the sound of my voice. Left hand thumb, left first finger, left middle finger, left ring finger, left little finger, palm of hand, back of hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of chest, left side of waist, left hip, left thigh, left knee, shin, ankle, heel, sole of foot, top of foot, left big toe, left second toe, left third toe, left fourth toe, left fifth toe. Remind yourself that you are safe and you are the one in control. All 10 toes. Both feet. Both heels. Both ankles. Both calves. Both knees. Both thighs. Both buttocks. Lower back. mid-back, upper back, shoulder blades, the space between the shoulder blades, spine, back of neck, back of head, top of head, forehead, eyebrows, temples, ears, cheeks, eyes, all the muscles around the eyes, nose, nostrils, lips, chin, jaw, teeth, tongue, roof of mouth, back of throat, front of throat, collarbones, chest, abdomen, pelvis, right leg, left leg, right arm, left arm, right side of head, left side of head, right side of body, left side of body, back of body, front of body, whole body, whole body, whole physical body, letting this go. Take your awareness back to your breath. And the wealth of new information available. Perhaps deeper, perhaps more pleasurable sensations. Imagine yourself like a tree with roots extending out from your feet and beneath you. And branches extending out of your head, above you, out of the fingertips. Actually, make the fingertips roots as well. And imagine that as you breathe in, you can breathe in through these roots, through your fingertips, through your toes, breathing in and up the body, up the limbs, up the torso, into the head. And as you breathe out, feel that rush out through the top of your head unfold like leaves to the sky to soak up the starlight. Don't forget the sun is a star. And then on the next comfortable in-breath, feel that pulling sensation, soaking up nourishment through the breath, through the fingertips, breathing in through the limbs, through the arms and the legs and the torso and the neck, up into the head. And as the breath crests and turns from in to out, push that energy up and above. Feel it unfold and unfurl. And for a moment before you breathe in again, feel it soak up the starlight. Take your awareness all the way back down and breathe in and pull it up. Now, this may take 2 breaths for you to follow those sensations up through the roots and out the top of the head. Or you may get it down to 1 breath in, up the system, up the tree, the roots, into the head. And on that breath out, it goes all the way up. Experiment with both to find what works best for you. Simply keep your awareness moving, pulling that breath, that nourishment, that energy up the roots, up the toes, up the fingers, the limbs, the torso, up into the neck and then the head. And as you breathe out, it extends up. So the up breath, it pushes up and out, reaching for the starlight. On the in breath, it pulls the nourishment from deep down below. All of this happening on the imagination of the breath. Continue this shining tree breath. Where are you? Where's your practice? If something has distracted you, perhaps it's just a reminder that you can hold multiple levels of awareness. Acknowledge it and simply guide yourself back to pulling up the energy, up the body, up the limbs, up the torso on the in breath, and out the top of the head into stellar space with the out breath. If you've found a pleasurable momentum, continue on in this manner for a couple of more breaths. And for those that would like, and only those that are willing, Reiki is being made available to you to augment the flow, however you want to visualize that coming to you. Universal life force. Imagining extra bits of it being guided your way. And letting this go. Call to mind and vividly throughout the body the following imaginary sensations. Imagine a storm, a frenzy, of being shaken up. What would it be like to feel your molecules being whisked about in a storm? Picked up with the debris and moved along. And as memories pop up from that suggestion of times, perhaps that you've been on a roller coaster or on a bumpy road, of being jostled about, you can pick and augment the sensation. If that's too jarring and scary, find a smoother, quicker one. tossed about in a storm, from one place to the next, this way and that. And what that would take to let the body get used to that sensation, so it wasn't fighting it, but being quickly taken from one to the next. Moved about, like water molecules in a river, like debris in a storm. And then imagine a stilling, a calming, a settling. The slow sensation of molecules settling into a smoother, more quieted rhythm, snuggling in next to one another, like how Jello comes together. Or liquids separate into the denser parts. Of things being folded and packed nicely together. Feeling snug and stable. And let the brain search for memories and sensations and imagine what that would feel like. To have went from a towel in the dryer to fluffed and folded and placed to wait. Of tucking yourself into bed and getting just right to settle and relax and let go. And now call to mind the following images. A piece of paper towel. A piece of paper towel. A piece of paper towel. A small droplet. A small droplet. A small droplet. A stain. A stain. A stain. A favorite t-shirt. A favorite t-shirt. A favorite t-shirt. A stack of pillows. A stack of pillows. A stack of pillows. Piles of hay. Piles of hay. Piles of hay. A barn no longer in use. A barn no longer in use. A barn no longer in use. The edge of a forest under a moonlit sky. The edge of a forest under a moonlit sky. Staring up at the trees on the edge of a forest under a moonlit sky. See if you can feel the slight breeze in the air. Not strong enough to move your hair, but enough to feel it on the back of your neck. The smell of the woods before you. And as you're walking into the woods, notice how it feels different to your feet the further you walk in. And of course, a branch pulls at you from here and there. And the thick scrub brush that you walk through feels almost friendly, but not something you'd want to rub against. And you walk deep enough into the forest that you get scratches and a little pull onto the clothes that you're wearing. Just like with any endeavor, those minor inconveniences and annoyances could distract you, but you continue on. Sometimes with only the vague notion of the direction that you're going in. Keep going. Eventually, you see a reddish, orange-yellow glow in the distance. As you approach, you see a cozy little cabin, warmly lit. You step up on the steps onto the porch. and reminding yourself that you're safe. You knock on the door. You're met by a wise one, welcomed and invited in to sit and talk. Take note of their appearance, and the layout of the inside of the cabin. Do you notice a theme of colors, of scents, of unique decorating quirks that hint at activities? And if you can't avoid it, ask them your question. But also sit and listen to what they have to say. And whether they've offered you food or drink or a gift or a note, or whether you've been able to hear them clearly or not, sometimes there are communications that happen between the words. Instances of knowing and communication. And for a moment, with their help, and with the help of your higher self, be open to information meant for you. And be okay with not being able to put it into exact words or form. And it's okay if it's a clear message, and it's okay if it's simply an upgrade that you get to find out the new features of. But regardless, speed up the time in your mind for a gracious parting, And before we head back through the woods, take a moment on the porch and notice all the new data, the new sensation, the new information looking at the woods from this porch, having just had that encounter, whatever it was. And see yourself having an easier time making it back out of the woods through the vigorously friendly scrub brush. Back out to the edge of the woods. With a sense of completion. An excitement, and maybe even anticipation for the next journey. And let all the effort go. Let the thoughts come. Let the thoughts go. Your job isn't to judge any of the thoughts, to change any of the thoughts that come, to fix them, make them nicer, prettier, or more suitable for anyone. Simply let the thoughts come and let the thoughts go. While we're at this point in time, call to mind your sankalpa, your short phrase of personal resolve, and say it to yourself now 3 times deep in the mind space, with firm conviction, with extra oomph, with this deep state of relaxation and clarity. Repeat your sankalpa 3 times in the mind space and let it go. Willing to help it when you see it in your life. Take your awareness back to your breath and the sensation at your nostrils, cool air coming in, and warmer air going back out. Stretch that breath. A little longer, a little fuller on the in. Hold it for a second and then let it go. Let all that go. And as the next breath draws in, allow that life to return to the body. As you come back to your body, all the way back to your physical body right here and right now. Start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Wiggle the face, allowing life to return to the limbs slowly. Don't just jerk awake. Let yourself inhabit your body. Inhabit it in a new way. Just like at the start, just like on the porch. A new wealth of information is available to you, how you feel about being in your body right here and right now. And for those of you laying on your back, if you want to roll over onto your right side, take a moment and draw into yourself anything else that you need to have a complete and full practice. Only you know what the right words are, the right sounds, the right phrases, the right smells, all those things that you wish and need to feel complete in that moment. Imagine having them. You are full of all of the resources that you could ever imagine. So imagine them. And then finding a comfortable seated position or whatever that means to you. As usual with our end of practice. Oh, Hari Om Tat Sat, by the way. That has been Psychic Sleep for today. If you want to stick around and talk, you're welcome to do so. If you want to bow out, you are welcome to do so as well. Completely up to you whether you want to share. But I'm going to ask to unmute. There we go. And welcome back.